All right. Settle down. Come on in. Don't touch anything. Don't look at anything. Don't break anything. But come on in. Here is my scent of the day. Chanel's Cuir de Russie. Wore this for a reason, and we're going to get into that. But I've got a comment I want to read out. It's more of a question than a comment. And this is a comment from longtime viewer Kanger. Let me just set up here. Just asking about, do designer fragrances inspire me or invoke the same type of emotion that niche or designer exclusives do? So, good question. And we're going to get into this. I've pulled out some of my more popular designer frags here. We'll talk about these. So Kanger says, here we go. Can you give some examples of designer fragrances that have made you feel emotion? If you can't think of any, why is that? Do you really think that niche is better at drawing out feelings? Or do you think this is internal bias? Is this bias? Well, this is, niche, designer exclusive is my comfort zone. And for me, it was just kind of a natural progression where I evolved to. And I would think that almost it would be everybody's progression, or at least most fragrance enthusiasts that have been in the hobby for as long as I have, that would just kind of be the way of life. Just like, you go to high school, you go to college, you get a job, you get married, you have kids, you have grandkids. I don't know, everything's kind of a progression. For me to stick to designer fragrances, I would feel like I have failed in the hobby. Not everybody is like me, and that's fine. They don't need to be, but this is my bias. But are niche fragrances better at evoking emotion? I think niche is where the artistic side is. Niche designer exclusives, you're going to find way more abstract art there than you will in designer fragrances, especially modern day fragrances, which are more inspired by sales, by marketing. I see these things really capitalizing on young boys' body sprays, Axe body sprays, because that's what these are a reflection of. They don't smell a whole lot more interesting than body sprays. They feel like they're better composed, higher quality materials. They're more expensive. Boys feel like they're getting a designer name from a great brand, and that's what they are, really. They're very fresh, they're clean. I don't think they were designed with the intent to evoke any kind of grand emotion or these deeply rooted feelings of sexual desire or your first love or a long lost love or a first kiss or anything like that. Bleu de Chanel, Sauvage, Spice Bomb, even this product, they all smell good in a sense, but at the end of the day, I just kind of want to wash them off, and I'm looking for the next thing, and that's kind of it. I don't feel I got zero attachment to these. I could literally chuck them out the window and then I'd be done with it, and I'd never think of them again. Bleu, Sauvage. I would recommend these all to, my kids if they wanted a new fragrance. I would say, yeah, they're great. Go ahead. They're wonderful. Or their friends, or even, a man my age that's not an enthusiast. I say, sure, don't spend the big bucks. Get one of these. For myself, they're just not for me. Not only are they not emotionally inclined, they smell like a second-rate what I'm used to. They're below what I expect for myself. I feel like I have higher standards than this, and I don't want to subject myself to these lower budget fragrances. That's just the way I feel. Here is another popular men's fragrance, and this, to me, it doesn't even smell good. It smells kind of vile. It's like a combination of Windex and toilet scrub, and even, sometimes I've smelled better toilet scrubs than Acqua di Gio Profumo. It's just really nasty and vile. I had a great experience with this. Dolce & Gabbana, but the original, made in Italy version. This is made in Germany, and it's not the same fragrance. At least it doesn't feel the same. So either the fragrance has changed or my memory of the fragrance has changed, but it smells completely different to me. And I had I toured the Adriatic coast in 1999, or it was 2000. I can't remember, and all I had was my passport, some cash, and a bottle of Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme, and I made some wonderful memories, things I'd never be able to remember without the scent of Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme. But come today, I don't want to wear this stuff. This is a little bit off-putting to me. It's clashing. Nothing drives me to wear it. I've got zero attachment to this bottle, and yeah, same as vintage. I think this is vintage Dolce & Gabbana Le Male. If this isn't, I have a vintage bottle here somewhere. I remember buying it the year of release. It was all the rage, and it smelled good, but for all the times I've worn it, for all the dates that I've gone on, for all the family functions, I don't have a single memory attached to this. Like, nothing. No emotion, no desire, absolutely zilch, and I don't know why that is. That's just the way it is. I don't know. Here is a more modern flanker. I actually think this is a little bit better than the original for some reason. I don't know, maybe just because it's got more depth, but again, it's nothing emotional to it. It's just sweet and candy-ish and kind of childish. And I know the bros love it. The alpha male loves it because it gets him a ton of compliments, because they're really secure and they need compliments, but it's just not my thing. It just doesn't tell any kind of story to me, other than it's really sweet and candy-ish. And this is the guy, the type of guy that wears this is the same guy that's going to bitch about wearing women's perfume is gay because it's just gay. But wearing this because it comes in a male body, or it comes marketed for men, and it's got florals and candy-ish and sweet and that sort of thing. It's okay, which is it's kind of ridiculous. It's a double standard. So I've got no attachment to these either, but none of these, I don't think they were created with the expectation to give you some kind of emotion. A lot of these are, Dior and Chanel's got a ton of money to back them in research and development. They can go and market test these. They can analyze this. They know what people are drawn to, and they've just got the funds to throw at this shit until they perfect a formula. And, it was Jean-Paul Guerlain who said that marketing is not for perfume. And this isn't even perfume for me. This is like a upgraded body spray, overpriced body spray. Jean-Paul Guerlain said marketing is for detergent and dishwashing soap, not for fragrance. Fragrance is art, and it should be abstract. This isn't abstract. This is I don't know, it's for compliments and to get noticed. When you wear something abstract, it's for you, for yourself, for you to internalize, to spend a day with, and it's for yourself only. And that's me. That's what I'm comfortable with. I don't need to be noticed. I don't need any of this crap to get recognized or complimented or validated from the outside. I don't give a shit about any of this stuff. That's just the way I feel. Here we talked about Mitsuko last week. What does Mitsuko smell like? Well, Mitsuko was inspired by, a love affair, or I kind of resist to even call it love. It's more like when you're searching for something outside of your relationship. Can you really call it love? It's more like deceit and gratification, and it's in a disgusting way. You're searching to be filled, you're abandoning yourself, you're searching to be filled by another person because you can't fill yourself. Here's Queer to Russie. Here's an emotional perfume for me, and this is a Russian leather full of florals. It's all, you know, florals. There might be a hint of birch tar. If there is, it's so subtle, but, you know, it's enough to notice. And some musks, and this to me smells like sex. When I wear this, it just, you know, reminds me of sex, and it's like alarm bells and sex. It's just like flashing lights that scream sex to me. It's not a sex that I'm part of. I don't see myself in this vision of sex. It's obviously somebody else. I've never been a part of this sex, but you know, it smells like, I smell whiskers, I smell pubic hair, I smell body parts, I smell a trust, and that's to me art. That's meaningful. This is some kind of emotion. Somebody asked me, how would you describe the scent of love? Well, first of all, how would you describe love, let alone the scent? A lot of people don't even know what love is. Well, what isn't love? Love isn't dependency. Love isn't neediness. Love isn't, I don't know, dishonesty. Love is loyalty. Love is support. Love is happiness. Love is recognizing your partner's needs, and that sort of thing. And when I think of, you know, the scent of love, the first thing that comes to my mind is this, number 5, because it's a happy perfume. You got those sparkling aldehydes in there that remind me of the sun, sparkles of sun. You got the florals in there. Florals are, you know, they connect me to the earth. They connect me to the universe. You got your sandalwoods, and a very creamy, very warm sandalwoods that, you know, can kind of, you can interpret that as love. Love is warm and creamy and cozy and comforting. That's what love is. Warm and cozy and comforting, and it should feel safe. Not like you're abandoning yourself or you're filling yourself up with somebody else. But that's what love is. What else do I got here? Here's an emotional perfume, and you know, I've talked about this a lot on my channel. I don't know if I want to go into detail, but this is another love-making perfume, kind of in a, you know, if you're familiar with my channel, you know what this means. You know, I've spoken about this many times, and you know, maybe I'll do a full review, like a full, complete review one day, but I'm just not ready to say right now. But this is a very emotional perfume for me. And that's all I really got. So, do designer fragrances, do they evoke any kind of emotion from me? Well, old school classic designers, yes. Modern designer, popular releases, not so much. And they might for you, which is fine. You're allowed, you know, you're allowed that emotion. I will give it to you. But share it with us in the comments. Let us know what inspires you. Let us know what fragrance plays what emotion in your mind. I'd love to hear. I always love hearing your comments. I appreciate all your comments. Thank you for that. Thank you for all your support. Like this video, and we will see you very soon.